Man, I never looked more hot in a reflection ever in my life.
Huh? Huh?
It is finally here. We finally get a new legendary cookie that we are familiar with. Alright, greetings entities and guardians, my name is HyperHimes, and welcome to the brand new update called The Flame Awakens, where Fire Spirit Cookie finally comes to Cookie Run Kingdom. Agar Agar Cookie is finally also playable, even though it's not finally because like we never knew of her before. We're already starting off with a nose, okay, sure, just immediately custard. What the pleb is this costume going on? Well, it has to do with fire, so I want to do my introductories. So let me just quickly get them out of the way. If you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on the videos, and feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. Doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, and that's what matters the most. And I'll also be reading comments from the video. Making cakes has never been more stressful. I'm pretty sure that's what I call it. Yes, I did. Alright, well, what's he talking about over here? Oh no! Fire! Fire! Hold on, is that a subject? Let's check them out. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. When did I become a babysitter? Doop, doop. Have you heard? Somebody opened the old mine's gates. Doop-de-doop, doop. The mine? We gotta start digging right away. Those old tunnels must be filled to the brim with gems. Gems? Did someone say gems? Yeah, that's the big thing about this update. There are gems. What's not there gems? Well, I mean, there's a mine that's open. But, of course, we have the big things that have came out in this update, which I'll go over quickly here. One is that you have I Am the Fire Spirit Cookie. That's right, Fire Spirit Cookie is now available to be found and achieved in a gacha. Probably the special one, but you know how it is. Also, he has a legendary costume to go along with it called Wings of Fire, which makes him look like a primordial-like old-school medieval knight. Which, you have to be honest, it does look pretty sick. I think it looks better than some of the costumes that they have in, Cookie Run OvenBreak. Because, honestly, two of the costumes, they just remind me of, Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y. I'm not even joking, but that's just how it is. Now, also, we have new, Into the Mines. I have no idea what this is about, but there's so many things it could be. It could be about toppings, it could be about getting gems, it could be about, like, the My Cookie Adventure stuff. There's so many things that you could be doing with the mines, but it's so unique, but, man, this is something that people anticipated for a while, but here we go. Anyway, another thing is that we have Agar Agar Cookie, I'm pretty sure, who is just an epic cookie, and also we have a new upgrade system called Topping Tarts, which I don't know if that just means you can add more toppings onto the toppings, but it might be interesting to see how that performs. There's also spring cookie games for the arcade arena, and also roundup cake hounds in the town square, which that sounds like the most adorable minigame of all time, but I need to see all this stuff. But also, there's also Trouble in the Mines, Agar Slime Crisis, which I'm pretty sure that's a new raid den boss, and also enjoy the dice event and get Cherry Blossom Cookie's costume, because Cherry Blossom Cookie has a new costume, which looks pretty sick. And of course, if you just go over all the things, Agar Agar Cookie, Fire Spirit Cookie Legendary Costume, and Fire Spirit Cookie. Now, of course, there is a new Kingdom Pass, but if you're wondering what I tend to do, I usually like to just go ahead and do these fresh new update videos by trying to go over to the Gacha, because I try and go over to the Gacha because Agar Agar Cookie is available, as you can see right here, but also Fire Spirit Cookie is available as well, which, if we want to, we could just go ahead and see the Fire Spirit cutscene right here. New legend, Fire Spirit Cookie. And there he is. Now, of course, we need to go ahead and get these fiery orbs, which actually, it's like the fire gems, but they remind me of, like, if anyone remembers when, Fire Spirit got buffed in OvenBreak, which is also when Habanero Cookie came out, they had, like, no power, and they were just this orb. It kind of reminds me of that in a sense, but of course, I do want to try and get Agar Agar Cookie primarily, because, she's new, and, why not? Now, also with that being said, just to look over some stuff over here, there's also a Fire Spirit Cookie daily gifts, which we can get here. There's also Fire Gem missions to try and go ahead and, just to complete this stuff. And of course, it wants you to, for daily, complete a train mission, complete balloon expedition, any topping, tart, and also complete bounties and complete all the daily missions. So, craft any topping tarts. I need to figure out how to do that. But also, there's the Fire Spirit Pass if you're interested. There's the Flame Awakens, which has a whole entire story, which has so many chapters. It has 3, 6, 9, 11. And some of them are battles. So, in total, there's like 8 cutscenes? There's 1, 2, and then a battle. 3, 4, 5, a battle. 6, 7, and yeah, 8 stories and 3 battles. Interesting. And there's also Into the Depths Handbook, which is kind of cool. There's the Arcade Arena Challenge, which actually, first of all, Into the Depths, explore the depths and, I guess, mine adventure, complete 50 hours of it. Sheesh, there's so many, but it's going to take a bit, but it's probably doable with the time limit. Also, Arcade Arena, because, why not? Because, gotta bring this back. Spring Picnic, which, of course, this is the dice roll event minigame for Cherry Blossom, which is pretty sweet. There's also Spring Picnic dice, where you complete the missions just for picnics and stuff like that, trying to do it for the last event I just showed. K-Count Roundup, which is the new minigame present in the My Cookie, system, the Caramel Shoe Cookie Town Square. There's also a costume gacha event for trying to get Fire Spirit's Cookie's costume, which is, maybe it's a good thing I didn't spend all the Rainbow Cubes I had last time. And there's also Upgrade Agar Agar Cookie. Much like basically just how they did it with the other epic cookies before. Because of course they're not going to do it with Legendary Cookie, what are you, crazy? Anyway, all the rest of this stuff is just nothing noteworthy because, we basically did everything here. And now, I want to get on to trying to pull for Agar Agar Cookie herself. And while I do that, I am actually going to try and read through comments, because let's see how fast we can get her. It could be really fast, it could be immediately, but you never know. Immediately we get 2 soul stones, which is good. But let's shit some comments out of the way first. So Draco left a comment saying, people really switched up on Wedding Cake because of the event. Well, I do think this feature is annoying. I do think people hate Wedding Cake too much because of the update, and not on her actual design or character. I also feel like people are being too overreactive about the event, coming from someone who doesn't like this feature either, and had some complaints about it. People can still have complaints about something but not be genuinely molding over it. See, here's the thing. I am upset about it, Draco, but I'm not hating on the character, but you have to understand, she could potentially be killing people. I made a whole short about that, but it's just something that wouldn't go against, cake, normal bakery standards. It just wouldn't make sense. That's the thing that really offends me. We're getting a lot of rares in this. At least we got over 100 mileage already. Jeez, that was fast. And also another comment coming from Zada saying, this is probably the amount of patience that I did when WC, who was WC? Oh gosh, I don't remember. But WC Cookie showed up, but I did Shadow Milks and Poison Mushrooms instead. Hello? Well, I guess the new update luck is already here because Shining Glitter Cookie on poll number 1 alongside all the rares? She's not even epic, she's a super epic. You kidding me? I just want another rare. What is going on with this poll? The update just started. Wait, there's another. Oh, who the pleb is it? What? Are you kidding me? What? First poll! I do not get Agar Agar, not a single time. But it gives me both a super epic and Shining Glitter, and a super epic and Clotted Cream. What? Look at this! There's 4 rares a common, even a Fire Spirit Soul Stone that I didn't even notice, and nearly back-to-back super epics. Huh? That's not even made up. This is real. Look. This is straight as real as it gets. Okay. By the way, thank you for the comment, Zada. Okay, let's just like calm down after that one, because that one was just insane. Not a single epic, but 2 super epic start off. Great. Rico Prabawo says, never thought you were so unlucky in the stream. Why? That multiple streaks of wedding cake kicking must really not be helping out at all. If she appears but gives you more payout, then I don't mind, but still the time limit. Yeah, the time. Honestly, if she gave me more of a payout, that'd at least be, you know, something feasible, but come on, there's no plus when she comes out. But I guess saying that I'm unlucky is now wrong, because I literally just got 2 super epics in one 10 pull, and I don't know how to feel. Like, what happened to the luck? Why does somebody just come back at the start of the update? Well, there goes my luck for trying to get Fire Spirit. Hello there, Shadow Mokiki Soulstone. Okay. Also, Truthless Recluse left a comment saying, question of the day. Not on all cakes, but certain on a lot. Or certainly on a lot, like apple cake or stuff. Cakes ain't pizza, guys. Well, I mean, hey, you know what? You know what a cake like pizza is called? I call that a treatza. I'm pretty sure, isn't there like a Lunchable thing that like they call it like a treatza or something like that? I don't know, but that term should be used more for like a dessert pizza. I mean, they're cut up in slices, so why not just act it as the same? I guess at the point it's just like a pizza pie, but you know. Anywho, getting on to another poll because nothing really exciting happened in that one other than the Shadow Mokiki Soulstone. Anyway. In fact, XML left a comment saying, question today. Nah, they don't. If there's fruits in cakes, why won't I eat it? Oh, no, wait. Sorry, the comments are glitching up on me. Come on. Nah, they don't. If there's fruits on cakes, I won't eat it. Well, I guess I can't really argue with that. If you just don't like it, then I guess don't like it. I guess, flavor profiles don't matter. Though, have you ever had strawberries on, like, a Jell-O cake? It's probably incredible. And clotted cream again. What the heck? Ian also Brooks left a comment saying, if I were a customer at the cake shop, I'd at least say, are you okay? Since I'm not the one to rush an order unless I've been waiting like an hour. That's completely fair. Because the customers actually have more patience than wedding cake cookie. Seriously. Oh, and he also says, are you being mad for cakes or are you actually mad because I'm just curious? It's kind of a mix of both. I'm more like upset of how wedding cake handles it, but like I'm kind of more being, you know, more mad because, you know, being mad on a video is kind of fun because, you know, it makes me feel a little bit more entertaining because, you know, who doesn't like watching an angry person? Like, come on, seriously. I feel like out of anyone to, like, watch stuff on YouTube, most of the time for a compilation, you're gonna watch someone like Rage. I feel like some of the most searched compilations are, like, Rage compilations. So, why the pleb not? Or, like, Insane Luck, I don't know. Also, Data Exponents left a comment saying, thanks for the feedback in the comment, HyperHimes. And while I don't think I stated in my original comment, I did have a backup idea in case the first idea for my cookie as a story mode playable character was a bit too ambitious and broken. I could see either them being one another a special safeguard support class cookie like Snapdragon, Icicle Yeti, and Cream Ferret. Either that or they could be a charger ambush at the front lines. In terms of rarity for the ambush and charge, I don't think they'd be any higher than epic rarity. Or heck, maybe Devsisters will just say screw it and make the My Cookie playable character in their own rarity. I think My Cookie is already a rarity, technically. It's just exclusive to, you know, My Cookie by itself. What's with all the clotted cream soulstones? Why is that the only super epic soulstone I'm pulling? And I also got him earlier. Where's Agar Agar? Is that how I pronounce it? Agar Agar? I don't know. Maybe she could appear and help me pronounce it. But still, maybe that'd have to be in the future, but then people will probably put heavy money into their My Cookies, which, to be fair, that'd probably be smart on Devsisters. Not sure if it'd be too smart with the fans. Because free-to-plays will get buried. Anyway, maybe it could be an exclusive story mode like mentioned before, so I could see that. But we'll just have to wait and see if anything more involves with that. But anyway, there is another comment from Truthless Recluse saying, question of the day, not on all cakes, but certainly... Oh wait, I already read that one. You know, YouTube comments really love to mess up on me and think like, oh, if I haven't read them, I read them. It's like I'm getting dementia. And I promise I have. Not. Please. Grayscale left a comment saying, hi, just so you know, you didn't get 4 stars on Poison Mushrooms ordered the first time because you asked for further details. I know that. I know if you ask for more details, you're not going to get, you know, you're not going to get the full 5 stars, even though that didn't work for Shadow Milk, so I don't know what was up with that. And also, users that I can't read because, you know, their name is in gibberish says, Bridesmaid Cookie showed up back-to-back 3 times, 30% my foot. Yeah, 30%. Was this before? No, it wasn't, it's 50% back then. But the thing is, that was before the big buff update and stuff like that. Anyway, hello, who? Huh? I am trying to get Agar Agar cookie. Where are all of you special cookies coming from? And why is it only at the start of the update? Pattaya Dragon! And 2 super epics! What? You know, maybe this is kind of good that I'm recording this at like 5 in the morning at the very least because it's like relatively early, but like, come on, what even? How do I explain this? I just wanted Agar Agar, that's like it, but like, it's giving me everything else that's like, good. I'm not even getting any other epics. It's just super epic dragon. Okay, Bo in a row left a comment saying question of the day. Yes, that's good on you. Silly Billy Willy Nilly Goober. That's a real name. Says, guys, I got an error thing that says cannot parse reply, all lowercase. Is that normal? I don't know. I haven't seen it before, but maybe try restarting the game. Then again, that was 2 weeks ago, so maybe you already did. Scott Simmons Jr., I guess he said that, saying, you think if that's first of all must... Imagine this. Choisley Gummy Cookie shows up when she asks for everything you have on one cake, then one new cake cookie just appears and ruins the whole thing. People told me that's impossible, but I want to see that turn into like a mini game by itself. Like how fast... And I could just promote White Lily. I don't understand. I'm about to chuck my glasses off, I swear. And yes, I am wearing glasses. I only wear them on occasion, but like, of course, I gotta feel presentable for the new update. How many pulls have I done? We're definitely past 5. And Oyster Cookie Soul, so more super epic power. Alright. Mozzarella's headpiece after comment saying, question of the day. Yes, I love that. I like any fruit on a cake. The flavor is enhanced and gives a cool texture while also giving the cake a refreshing taste. Also about wedding cake cookie, petitioned to ban her from the cake event completely because when the event was last in the game, we could decorate as long as we wanted. I know. There was no time limit. We could be precise. We could just be accurate with it. But she ruined everything. Why'd she have to do that? She'd definitely get fired. Just stick to the weddings. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, getting onto some more polls, because I can finally get some more Agar Agar Soul Stones. We're getting more valuable Cookie Soul Stones than, like, Agar Agar herself. Are we sure that this is not, like, glitch and, like, she is just not appearing? That's, no, Mint Choco. Oh, is that like a new poll animation for him? Because that actually looks pretty sweet. I also like the adorably clapping Cocoa Cookie. Unfortunately, we already have Mint Choco at like, not even just max promotion, but max ascension. So realistically, getting him is just for mileage, but I guess I really can't complain too much about that. But, so I guess it's still worth it. Anyway, how many of these did we do? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7. We would need to do 3 more, but I just really want Agar Agar. Where is Agar Agar Cookie? Can Agar Agar Cookie appear right now? How about now?
What do we have here? Looks tasty. Sweet yummies.
Well, took about plumbing long enough, but we got her. Agar Agar Cookie, finally. The Ambush Middle Cookie. Oh, she looks like a mix of, like, if I'm being honest, she looks like if Pumpkin Pie Cookie and Frilled Jellyfish, like, fused. And made this creepy creature. It's like a rock jellyfish, but I guess it really can't complain. It actually feels more like if, like, Star Coral and Frilled Jellyfish made this weird creature, just with the personality of Pumpkin Pie. But still, at least we finally got her, so, like, we don't need to do too many more polls on the gacha, I don't think. Unless if I want to go ahead and promote her even more. But we can do some other silly polls on just the regular Cookie gacha, because, besides, I don't know how much more I can luck out with the 1 dragon and the 2 super epics. Like, come on. Anyway, Stickman also left a comment saying, Wedding Cake Cookie is the cake shop PMO. You're lucky I don't know what that means. Mortem also left a comment saying, Wedding Cake only screwed me up once. It was most likely not her fault. Cream Ferret's first order was a little tricky. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because I also messed up on Cream Ferret's order the first time. Also, Jeremy Naily left a comment saying, after this video, Hyper put up a sign on the door reading, no Wedding Cake Cookies allowed. Yeah, probably. But that's not going to stop her. She's probably just going to break in. But there we go. We finally managed to get her. And now I'm probably just going to do the rest over in this gacha right here because we got a lot of cookie cutters to spend, so why the plug not? And see what we can get. But I may as well, while going through this, just read the rest of the comments I see in the video quickly, just so we can get through with it. Service Official left a comment saying, "Wedding cake cookie acting like you didn't just finish the order in the time frame. The beast Dark Enchant is gonna pull up and blow the kingdom up. Also, like 3 of the beasts are vibing and waiting for cake, so I don't know what her deal is. Also, I brought Pure Vanilla. I got Pure Vanilla Cookie's Fairy Kingdom costume because this game will never give me Truthless Recluse or Sage of Truth after pretty much almost 40,000 rainbow cubes. And I hope the shroomy forms of the beast might just be straight up their ingredient or like that. Well, that didn't turn out to be the case, but I think they turned out to be a little bit more funny. But that's just how from I view it. Anyway, we're getting a lot of mileage though. Also, Shafir Raganasagov says, "Hey HyperHimes, if Wedding Cake Kiki is in a panic and beg for you to help her make wedding for Pure Vanilla and White Lily, they're not children, they're ancient here." Of course they're not children. What the they're not they're like thousands of years old. What do you mean? And yet you only have 2 days left. What wedding would you make? A beach wedding, a Halloween wedding, a fairy tale, or a traditional wedding? Simple, yeah, a bit too plain. Probably a fairy tale because I want it to be based around, a mix of the Pure Vanilla Kingdom and yet the, the Fairy King. I mean, you're giving me the option of fairy tale here. Why not make it based around the Fairy Kingdom? The one with, like, Elder Fairy and, like, Silverbell and Mercurial Knight. Like, make Silverbell like the Flower Plum, and like Mercurial Knight the Ring Bearer. How about that? And another epic. That's peppermint, right? Yeah, that's peppermint. Oh, I almost said peppernut. Oh, if only was her. Anyway, there's the sweet whale. Yeah, just had to stretch over here. We have you at a pretty high level, surprisingly. Anywho, see if we can get any other epics before the video ends. And just to get some smaller comments on the way, let's do a little bit of a speed run. Leonard Gio says, question of the day, I think fruit can be good on cake topping. Pretty good. Rovin left a comment saying, I prefer wedding cake getting removed from the cake shop rather than the 30% chance. I guess a lot of people would prefer that, let's be honest. Sonic Gamer left a comment saying, I actually got a perfect score on perfect mushroom cookie, poison mushroom cookies order first try. Oh, surprising. Good on you. And also, Leonard Gio says, question of the day, I think fruit can't... Oh, I already read that. Come on, why didn't you like it? Cartoon Wound left a comment saying, yay, the king posted. Call me a king. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Alright. I think that's officially it for the video. I think we did the 10 polls that we need. And now we finally have wedding cake. Should I do a cheeky... Should I just do like... Or is there an animation for this? There is an animation for this. Let's give it a view. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this might need a video by itself. Because that is a really sick costume. I'll probably do this in another video because Wings of Fire, that's just awesome. Okay, with that being said, we will end the video right here because as much as I wanted to pull for this, that took a little bit of time and just trying to edit this video is going to be interesting. But with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Kick Around content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you will see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Around YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content you won't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese!